So guys, what did we talk about last week? Last week we talked about love and entrepreneurship. I was able to tell you that I know love is love, but I highly encourage you guys to get a proper support structure, and not necessarily that you get married. I know marriage is not for everyone, but uh, if you could go that direction, it would probably be good for you. Business is hard, and you just need a shoulder to cry on sometimes, a warm embrace. Anyway, that's for last week. This week I would like to rather go into this topic of employers, people who own, founders, bosses, managers. It doesn't just it's not restricted to employers only. You might be working in a big company and you're the manager of you've been given a department to head. You head a department. You're the factory manager. You own a company. You're the owner of a hotel. You're the owner of a resort. You're the director of a hospital. It's a it's all that. As long as you are managing people, all I'm telling you is that times have changed. The thing is, you work for your employees and your employees work for your customers, period. For the longest time, we have had this mentality. There's been this misnomer that when I employ you, you work for me. True, in theory. In practice, though, the thing is, I work for you. My job is to make sure that you get paid. My job is to make sure that your well-being is proper, you're proper mentally. My job is to make sure that you're well motivated. You're my asset number one, besides the mechanical things that I have bought for the company so that they can fasten. Those things are useless on their own. You are the person that makes those things come alive, make them productive, make them, earn me money. So technically, I work for you. I make sure that you get paid and that you are productive and that you are in a proper state of mind that when customers come, you're going to engage them well. At the end of the day, you'll give them a wholesome customer experience. We've been so schooled to the school of thought of Indians and how they run their businesses. They come from the school of thought of whereby bai kuja hapa sijui nini, enda kule umefanya nini, kimbia kule. So it is wrong though. It just, that school of thought is long gone. It belongs to slavery. Right now, if you're going to be a manager, an owner of a startup, and you do not have plans to treat your employees well, be nice to them, pay them well. That is the factor number one. You've got it wrong from the beginning. I'm sorry. You've got it wrong from the beginning. You're supposed to go back and make sure that you pay your people well. And you pay them well. As I was saying, it's not just a matter of paying them well. You have to make sure that it is commensurate to the amount of value that they're bringing to the company. Someone cannot be bringing you 1 million shillings and you're paying them what, 10, 20,000? That just doesn't make sense. If employee X goes out and seeks business worth hundreds of thousands, let the compensation be representative of the amount of value that they are bringing to the company. I know. It is going to be hard to disabuse people of this notion that yapana, you work for me and I own you, you're my slave, I can dictate your life. No. Right now, especially in this time and age whereby everyone is trying so hard to be their own boss, trying so hard to grow their companies, trying so hard to own things. in this disruption age whereby there is YouTube, and YouTube is employing people, is making people creatives, people are selling stuff off Instagram and Facebook. Right now is not the time to tell people that I own you. People can literally, the internet has actually brought forward different ways of employing people, and now more people are kind of in sort of some interesting forms of self-employment. So this is not the time to start telling people that I own you, I do need. Yes, they'll take your shit for a minute, but they'll bounce the moment they, and now you'll always be, you'll be in this not so good cycle whereby you have to like train someone. Once they kind of become good, they gain some bit of experience, they bounce. Look, this is value you're losing. What about you just invest in treating these people nice, give them some bit of development, like give them an environment where, I've never tested what I'm trying to do to you guys here, but in my own small ways, I've been able to like grow and grow and develop people in my own ways, in my own small ways. Ask the people who've ever worked for me or with me or any project. You will not leave that project not understanding my vision. That's the thing number one. You have to know where I'm going first. If you don't know where I'm going, then you can't understand why you're working for me. You have to understand. You have to understand. You have to understand the larger picture at the end of the day. Why I'm doing this, and then at the end of the day, like once you understand. Sorry, the guy wants so bad to be part of the frame. What? Unataka kuongea? Ama unataka kushika kamera? Tuko shago, and he's having so much fun just playing in everything and anything. Where was I? So the moment people understand the larger picture of what you're trying to do, they will play their part in the larger framework. But sometimes we never really get to inspire our employees, and they don't know where you're going. Umemwambia tu akue cashier, so until tu, that's all they're doing. And guys, that's not the best way to go. Let everyone understand the general vision of what you're trying to achieve. What is the larger picture at the end of the day? Once you do that, and then now people, in as much as they're doing their bare minimum, they will at the end of the day, they will at the end of the day play in the main construct that you've established for them. Nini baba? What? Mtakaje? So guys, if I know most of you are saying, Joel, we unaongea nini bana? I own a small business, and I have no time. It's my side business, and I have no time to empower, to encourage, to ensure growth. No, you have to get it right from the start. I mean, talk to your people. They also understand. They are the ones who make the money. So at the end of the day, they're the ones who know how much. They know what is fair for them, and they know what is fair for you. If you put the proper mechanisms to like control and check measures, they know what is due for them. If you don't like compensate them well, create a nice environment for them, grow them, they will at the end of the day try to compensate themselves in ways. And still you can do all these beautiful things, and still they try to circumvent the system. That just shows you that you have now bad seeds. That does not mean that you generally don't have to treat everyone right. If someone is showing bad tendencies, you let them go. You have all the grounds. Of course, it's your business, and you have to make sure that you have the right people who are honest. And honesty does not start with them only. It starts with you too. Let's start with the first promise of I'll pay you at the end of the month. How many employers come through that one? They will eat in their own houses, but they'll expect the employees to go 2-3 months without pay. How the hell would that even happen? It just can't work. Can't work, guys. So promise me to be nicer to your employees. They are the ones who handle your customers, and your customers are the ones who bring you all the money. So if you treat them well, they'll treat your customers well, and your customers will bring more money. The better customer experience, the more they spend the money. We'll talk someday about this whole customer experience business. Yeah? Customer experience. What a customer experience will be giving people when you start running flash brands? What? Nothing. You better have a strategy because mine is kind of old and everything. Yeah, guys, that's it for this week. I'm sorry, I promised to start bringing guests on board, but I still don't have the gear and the setup for this kind of situation. So when I'm ready, we'll do it. Let's not force things. Let me just drop nuggets for now until when that's all set up and we can properly host someone and bring value through listening to their journeys and their stories. That's it for this week, guys. Have a lovely, I don't know if it's week or weekend by the time you'll be getting to watch this. I don't know. Subscribe and kindly subscribe if you're interested in my content. Don't just subscribe to make me happy and you don't really watch my stuff, man. And while you're at it, click on the bell icon next to the subscribe button. That way, you'll get alerts whenever I post content. Right? Cool, man. Have a beautiful rest of weekend ahead of you. Ciao.